All right, let's watch this video. We'll be right back.
This whole area, as you can see, let's turn around, come and see. Where do you expect all these people to go to? This place that have been demolished is not anywhere on the road. This one house. It's not anywhere on the road or beside the road. Look at the faces of these people. I hate to stereotype, but it is what it is at the end of the day. What will happen after this demolition is terrorism, stealing, snatching of phones, killing people to collect things from their hands, because these people will be desperate. At a time like this, where the economy is not favoring anybody, people are suffering, the prices of things are going up, and you are demolishing. Why can't you try another pattern by actually looking for people in your team to look for a pattern to create housing for these people, even if it's a cheaper housing, before you demolish?
This holiday, get more gaming and a lot more.
All right, hold on 1 second. We'll pay some bills. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, now
Putting them on the stage to
I'm gonna play Deji Adeyanju. You have
to
something to say?
where they are kidnapping. Men, these grandfathers, their parents are directly affected. You can also see that one of the victims was shot. He has camera. So by starting from
All right, so what you're looking at is essentially the demolition that's ongoing in Abuja, spearheaded by the present Federal Capital Territory Minister WIKE. I wanted to know if you have something to say today this week, because he's saying it to continue. So they're calling it demolition rampage at the moment. Is this justifiable? Does the state have the power to do this or the right to do this the way they're doing it right now? What VeryDarkBlackMan was saying right there is that a lot of people are being displaced, and he's asking a big question: are they going back to the north, or they're supposed to just be floating around? Thoughts, sir?
Thank you very much. You will remember that we discussed the cabinet reshuffle that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu carried out a few, like 2 weeks ago. We discussed it here. And I said, for me, that was not an exercise that you would describe as substantial, other than the removal of the troubled Minister of Humanitarian Services. Remember, I said the fact that Nyesom Wike was retained or is still serving in the cabinet, and maybe some people genuinely decided to bestow on him the honor of being described as one of the most hardworking ministers in the cabinet of the government of the day in Nigeria, or maybe they were incentivized to describe him as such. I said, for me, the fact that he had been a destabilizing element in the administration, whether you consider the trouble or the pain, the son he represents in the leadership of Rivers State, personified, that leadership that is personified or led by Governor Sim Fubara or Fubara. I said, that is enough distraction and headache, and something that that had the potential of setting Nigeria back almost 60 years. Remember, we were talking of the events that led to the scuttling of the first republic, the first civilian democracy in Nigeria. And with Nyesom Wike carrying on as if nobody, or there should be no guardrails in the conduct of public affairs. I said it should not have been retained in the administration. The same conviction I have on the way he felt, being kept in the administration the way he would now signal the fact that he works for Mr. President, that is President Bola Tinubu, is to go on this craze about demolition. Yes, at conception, Abuja was supposed to rank with some of the best capitals in the world, say like Brasilia, say like DC, say like Cape Town, and so on. And of course, South Africa has 3 capitals, But in this case, maybe like Cape Town. And the vision was Abuja would be well planned. When Babangida already moved the seat of power to Abuja after the Gideon Oka coup of the late 1990s, he was doing a good job of making sure that order was made out of chaos. It was almost like, the morning of creation for the for the federal capital then in Abuja. And I remember when some of us started coming to Abuja, first visiting in the late 1980s and then settling there mid-1990s towards the end of 1990s. It was the most beautiful place to be able to live in. Security, population-wise. During public holidays, Abuja used to be like a ghost city, and we enjoyed the place. Night time was fantastic. Daytime security was assured. I remember conducting a journalist from New York Times, Mr. Norimitsu Onishi, around Abuja, I think around 1998, and I was showing him the things that were in place that were not even conspicuous to the ordinary citizen, how Abacha was keeping the city safe. The situation is no longer the same today. So instead of concentrating effort on the safety of that city, the citizens, going after crimes and what have you, what this man is doing is to escalate crime in the city. Because when you attack citizens, you do not provide alternatives in terms of accommodation, quality living standard, and then you want to play to the gallery to sign stuff. Nyesom Wike is suffering from this military hangover. Although he wants to, anyway, he's a master election rigger. He wants to pretend that he's working, and that, they have a mandate, which is not even clear-cut. And then he embraces the tactics of the military. You must destroy something, you must pull things down to be seen as being tough. The days when people were talking of, who built this gather? Or action, son-in-law. Action. Are you listening, Ola? So.
Yes, I am.
This is the situation in which we find ourselves. Honestly, Nyesom Wike is an ugly face of the current government in Nigeria. He has nothing to lose. Number one, he is a bat. You can neither call him a bird. Now, would you call him an animal that walks on 4 hands on the ground? So, he's so colorless. He lacks character. If he likes, he can destroy the administration of APC. But again, he cannot. He can continue to play the mole within the rank of PDP. This is the thing. He's so amorphous, completely without form or shape, politically. is so disruptive, which is why it does not care whether people are thrown into grinding poverty or not. So I share the sentiments of people who are really up there. You know, with the kind of the mindset he had when the End Bad Governance thing was staged all over Nigeria in August. Although the media arm of APC will say, oh, it was not a nationwide thing. Whether it was a nationwide protest or not, there was that protest in Nigeria. His intention was that the military, the police will be brought out. You know, already he was already putting emblems and trying to gaslight people by describing them as armed robbers, criminals, this and that. So, no flavor that the entire world is watching. And this is where I even want Nigeria to really show itself worthy. You know, the world does not know where where moral situation and leadership will come from this time around. In treating the citizens right, Nigeria should let everybody know that it has this self-cleansing mode. It is capable of addressing its issues, its situations in a way that is completely homespun, and then contain and curtail the excesses and the craze of people like Nyesom Wike. That said, that is how Nigeria would serve notice on the world that, okay, there is supposed to be a vacuum in the global order. Yes, the world does not know where things will go. But now, we will treat ourselves right. We are not looking for anybody to report us to the international community, because whether we die or we kill ourselves or people die of hunger or outright silence or out of the sheer wickedness of our leaders, the world that is emerging will not really give a hoot. They will not care. So Nigeria must care about itself. Africa must care about its people. That is what must be the halting cry that must put Nyesom Wike to a definitive stop. It is too much a distraction and an headache concerning the existential issues of the Nigeria of today.
All right, great. Thank you so much for that. Please join the conversation in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts about that. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and follow. We have some other trendy stories. We'll be right back.